Hello there, this is Star Television Network, Channel 21. I am Leonora Jawara with the National News Bulletin. Here are the main headlines. Despite the successes of the military over the years, there are still lots of challenges that may slow the pace with which the RSLAF is accelerating, according to the former Chief of Defense Staff of the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces, Lieutenant General John Edson Milton. The Commissioner of the Independent Media Commission, IMC, Francis Soa, has called on the Sierra Leone Police to provide security for journalists during the political campaign and electioneering process. And in sports, the Sierra Leone Handball Association has concluded the late Skagbo Hope annual inter-regional handball competition at Maishaka, with Lion Mountain crowned champion, supported by the National Olympic Committee. All these making the headlines. And now the news in detail. The former Chief of Defense Staff of the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces, Lieutenant General John Edson Milton, has said that notwithstanding the successes of the military over the years, there are still lots of challenges that may slow the pace with which the RSLAF is accelerating. Our military correspondent, Abdul Rahman Kamara, compiled this report.
Making a statement during the handing over of the baton of the office of the Chief of Defense Staff ceremony at my own officers' mess at Wilberforce on Wednesday, 10th January 2018, Lieutenant General John Edson Milton said that he took over as the Chief of Defense Staff at a very difficult time, but through prioritizing and management of resources, he was able to steer the ship. A call on the incoming Army General, Lieutenant General Buresisi, to distance himself from those who will peddle, now we own term this, philosophy, referring to them as lazy and unprofessional soldiers who will want to use shortcuts to get what they don't deserve.
I am proud of you because at one stage you worked as my Commander Joint Force. We had a cordial working relationship. But let me hasten to say that this is not the time you know your friends. It is when you have left. Everybody needs you now, but beware. Leadership is like a young and fresh palm tree. A fresh palm tree will be a beehive of activity as it attracts a lot of birds. But when the freshness of the fronds are devoured, they leave for another fresh tree. I want you to distance yourself from those who will peddle the now we own term this. These are the lazy and unprofessional ones who would want to use shortcuts to get what they do not deserve.
On the spot, the Chief of Defense Staff, RSLAF Lieutenant General Buresisi, committed his leadership to proactively engage with the government and international partners in exploring opportunities that could move the RSLAF to higher heights and continue to demonstrate high level of commitment in monitoring and evaluating the various developmental strides that are currently ongoing.
As a cadet officer at the Benguma Training Center, now the Armed Forces Training Center, some 26 years ago, little did I know that destiny will take me to this pinnacle of my career as Chief of Defense Staff of my institution. As the saying goes in the armed forces, and I quote, a general was once a cadet, but not all cadets can make generals, unquote. The RSLAF has come a long way in its journey towards being a reputable and professional force that serves the interests of its troops, the government, and people of Sierra Leone. Today, the RSLAF is known for its discipline, commitment, and professional competence. it has demonstrated unwavering commitment over the years, commitment that have gone beyond the call of duty in our service of our beloved nation.
The Minister of Defense, retired Alfred Paulo Conte, whilst calling for the collaborative support in enhancing what he referred to as esprit de corps, reiterated the need for the army to remain apolitical, thereby maintaining the professional stance of the military.
He has been an outstanding officer who always put the interests of his subordinates first. Bure, as you take this mantle of leadership of the ASLAF, I hope you will endeavor to rejuvenate the esprit de corps in the force. Unity of the force is essential for its continued existence, therefore treat everyone fairly. Finally, as we approach the general elections on the 7th of March this year, as I normally do, I would admonish you not to get involved in politics, be professional soldiers, so that if there is a government which is not of your choice, you will not face the brunt.
General Bure Sesay was the Commander Joint Force before his appointment as Chief of Defense Staff and has served in various capacities as Ops and Plan, including doctrine and training. Compiled by Abdurrahman Kamara, Duraman Samura, Star Television, Freetown.
You're still watching the news bulletin here on Star Television Network, Channel 21. Now, the Commissioner of the Independent Media Commission, IMC, Francis Sowa, has called on the Sierra Leone Police to provide security for journalists during the political campaign and electioneering process. He made this statement at a one-day consultative meeting organized by the Sierra Leone Police for media practitioners and civil society organizations in Freetown. Waida Sise was there and she Felson this reports.
Peaceful, free and fair elections is what guarantees a nation's democracy, and in light with this concept, security is paramount. Thus, the Sierra Leone Police deem it fit to engage the media and civil society organizations as partners to achieve the desired goal. Addressing journalists and civil society groups at the Senior Police Officers' Mess, Kintom, Commissioner Francis Sowa re-emphasized the need for security during the electioning process to guarantee the safety of journalists and to provide a conducive working environment that will enable them to report effectively on the conduct of the elections. Commissioner Sowa disclosed that mechanisms have been put in place to educate journalists on policies as well as on election reporting, noting that the role and responsibility of the journalist to the entire nation will be through information and communication during the electioning period and beyond.
My contributions at the forum, I spoke about the confidence building between the journalists and the Sierra Leone Police. There is a seeming suspicion between journalists because to a very large extent, some media practitioners do not feel safe to practice their profession in certain situations and in certain instances. And the Sierra Leone Police is charged with the duty of providing internal security, and they are in charge of our security. So that is part of the confidence building. We expect the Sierra Leone Police to give the journalists maximum support and cooperation when they do their work. So for example, we would not like to see journalists being attacked, harassed and intimidated. So we want the police to create a level playing field between the different police structures and the journalists. We want to ensure the safety, protection and the security of journalists, because I have always said that the journalist needs to be alive to report the story. So therefore, we hope and pray that in these 2018 elections, while the Sierra Leone Police provides security for all other sectors, they will also pay keen attention to media practitioners to ensure that they are giving access to places they ought to be, to ensure they are giving protection, to ensure they are safe while they perform their duties as journalists.
Making his statement, the Inspector General of Police, Richard Moibe, assured the nation that having learned from their previous lapses in policing some political tensions during elections period, it is high time for the Sierra Leone police to intervene fully in ensuring that the forthcoming elections is conducted in a very peaceful and credible atmosphere.
Like some contentious areas, for example, in 2012, Kono was a swing state and some other locations, we came up with what we say, these were basic rules for effective policing by elections in Kono, Ward 128 Cambia and Ward 229 in Tongolili on Saturday, 11 December 2010. So all of this will be bringing them. Yes, as I said, that we have learned so many lessons in the past elections. This is like one of the lessons learned. You know? So all of this is going to inform us and prepare us well for the 2018 elections. And we are highly confident that we are going to have it right. And nothing can stop us. Working with all of us professionally, we'll have it. And 2018 elections, by God's grace, will be the most peaceful, non-violent, free, fair elections.
The IMC Commissioner Francis Soa commended the Sierra Leone police for bringing the media and civil society groups as partners in the electioning period, describing the initiative as timely. Reporting for Star TV News, I am Waida Sisay.
Now let's turn attention to sports, as the Sierra Leone Handball Association has concluded the late Kagbo Hope annual inter-regional handball competition at Maishaka with Lion Mountain crowned champion, supported by the National Olympic Committee. Here is our sports correspondent, Ilton John, with all the details.
Thanks to Leona Jera in the studio for some sporting news. We start to look at seeing congratulations to the Lion Mountain handball team. They have crowned champions in this year, the late Kagbo Hope inter-regional handball tournament at Maiseka. We saw the president was in attendance for the association, who is Dr. Patrick Coker, who gave the region each $100. One will be asking the question, is it that Dr. Patrick Coker will be campaigning for his third term as president in the Sierra Leone Handball Association? Here is the report.
Well, we organized the National Kagbo Hope, where we be in December 7th until the 9th. Now, the northwestern capital of Maishaka, and we bring 3 regions together: Western area, Northwest, and the Eastern province. The Western area be represented by Axlaf and Lion Mountain, where incidentally they win the Western area version, and then we get Kenema represents the East, and of course Maisiaka represents the Southwest.
So now, talking about this competition, how important is this competition? What do you achieve as an association?
Well, for that particular competition, we achieve a lot, because we don't look at ourselves as handball. We look at, say, in fact, we go competition, we do too well. So we say, let's go back to the drawing board. Although we own drawing board and handball, enough full up it, but we look go down one corner, we say, well, we take handball to the region, because Western area not to just Sierra Leone. In fact, 1 or 2 years back, we go international competition. We go this same Isaka, we will take 2 players in there. Unfortunately, we make up for the trip. But for answer to your question, when we get the national Kagbo, then we bring all the regions in together for to get a national team. And I think that we do, it was successful. If you self look the clip, you will see and say, Kenema then come with male and female team. And we hope say even Western here for go to female team. But unfortunately that not happen. But the Kenema team, the female then play and it was very, very, very interesting. So for answer to a question again, that for prepare for national or international assignments.
What are we in the competition? What you get?
Well, Lion Mountain, they win the competition, then beat Axlav by 14 goals to 11.
When we get to the next meeting, make we bring out them points there so we make mistake, so that when we do the next one, we're not going to make that kind of mistake there again. Let us use this as a lesson so that when we have our next competition, whether it is in Freetown, whether it's in Canada, whether it's in Kenya, we don't make this same mistakes when we have in the next competition. I want to congratulate all of you, especially those who have got their super certificates, those who have got their license, and of course the winner of the campaign. I want to congratulate.
What the teachers are doing here is very exciting, spectacle, and they will appreciate the performance of the teachers. I chance again here. Another chance by the Lion Mountain team.
So, are you ready for the talk?
We hope that the Handball Association will do more to see that they take the sport to the schools, more especially in the Western area. In the international scene, well, a lot of transfers still going on. Valencia are in preparation to see how they secure the signature of Coquelin from Arsenal. According to Arsene Wenger, the player has the opportunity for him to join Valencia because of not getting much playing time, according to Arsene Wenger. So open talks is on the way for Coquelin to leave Arsenal and join Valencia football team. Finally, for today's sport news, Arsenal Football Club in the Carabao Cup secure a nil draw against Chelsea, despite we saw an enterprising performance of both teams in the semi-finals in the first leg. The second leg will be the 23rd of this month. Yet to see whether Arsenal or Chelsea will qualify to the grand final. That's all for sports. Back to Leonard Ajawa in the studio.
Well, that's all in a news bulletin file here on Star Television Network, Channel 21. Thank you for watching. I am Leonora Jawara. The weather forecast is up next.